Hello my beautiful friends. Today I am so excited to be bringing you new September Cozy Mystery releases. I do this video every single month, so hit subscribe if you enjoy new Cozy Mystery release content. And today we're going to be going over 24 new Cozy Mysteries that are coming out in September, and we have so many new series, so many fall or Halloween themed ones. I can't wait. Let's go and hop into book one. So the first one I'm excited about is a new Cozy Mystery release, and this is actually an author I think who's going to the Ashland Cozy Fest, which I'm so excited to meet her. Her name is Tish Bouvier. It's called Not Before You Enter. It's a Maxine Gerrymatter Cozy Mystery series, book one in this series, and our main character, Maxine, is an octogenarian sleuth with all the grit and grace of true Southern charm. She is sharp as a tack and fiercely independent even if life has landed her at Sunny Ridge Living Care Facility. While secretly plotting her escape, she instead finds herself tangled in a crochet club mystery when a member of the Wise Weavers is found dead under suspicious circumstances. Old instincts kick in. As a former research assistant to a private investigator, Maxine knows how to follow a thread, and this one leads to more than just tangled yarn. In a world where Southern hospitality can sweeten a smile just enough to hide the sharpest secrets, Maxine soon discovers grudges, gossip, and danger stitched into every corner of the close-knit community. With the killer lurking closer and danger unraveling fast, Maxine must stitch together the truth before someone else becomes the next victim. I love this. I love a senior sleuth in my cozies, and the premise of everything about this sounds phenomenal. I cannot wait to read this. Coming out on September 1st, we have one by an author I really love, and that's Beth Dolgner, and this is her new series. She writes these fantastic kind of supernatural paranormal cozies like the Nightmare Arizona series that I love. And I actually have a copy of this book. She so kindly sent it to me. It's called Spells and Subterfuge, and this is the first book in Crones of a Feather. This one involves a reluctant witch, a haunted funeral home, and a dead body. This is described as practical magic meets the Golden Girls because she's got a variety of roommates, all witches of their own. She's at her small town in Washington that's kind of a magical town from my understanding. And the chief thinks that Hazel might have killed the person in question, the victim in this case, so she gets involved solving the case. She actually included some art of the characters, which I thought was so cool. This is the main character, Hazel. Each one of them has their own unique bird, which I think is really, really fun. So definitely very excited for these. They're all different witches with different abilities and powers, and I think the birds are all their familiars. I'm actually about to start this book for a cozy fall reading vlog, so hit subscribe if you're not already. I'm working on my first fall vlog and I'm super excited. Next we have one that was an ARC I recently read in an ARC reading vlog. I'll link it above if you didn't see it. It's by Adrian Andover. This is his debut novel and it's called Whiskey Business, a mixology lounge mystery, and it's coming out on the 9th. And our main character in this is Reese Parker. He recently opened a literature-themed mixology lounge. So there's all these drinks and different parts of the lounge that are themed after literature, which I love. Even if you're not someone who drinks like myself, I think all the references and funny things throughout this were phenomenal. I loved it. So he opens this lounge called Subplot. He puts all of his money into it. He's recently had kind of a messy breakup with his fiance, which you learn more about. And unfortunately, after this whiskey club tasting that goes on at the lounge, a body is found outside of his building, and he and some of the other kind of tenants or people in the area are suspects, and he's working to clear his name, especially because he's worried that his business might suffer since it's a very new burgeoning business. And I loved this for so many reasons. I actually gave it 5 stars, but Reese is just a phenomenal character. He's really likable. He's got his own subplots and things that he's working through in his life. He's kind of coming to terms with who he is. He's pursuing this passion, and I love it in so many ways. This was such a great read. I couldn't believe this was a debut author. I was just like, really? So good. So definitely check it out. We have a new series. It's called Autumn and Alibis. It's book 1. And this is part of the Hearth and Quill Mystery Series. Book 1 is launching on September 1st. I currently don't have a cover for this, but if I do get one, I'll put it on screen. So Harper Whitmore inherits her great aunt's beloved bookstore in the picturesque town of Fall, Michigan. She thinks she's found the perfect place to start over, but fall is more than just a name. It's a place where the leaves never stop turning, the air smells faintly of cinnamon, and lots of secrets rustle just beneath the surface. The Hearth and Quill is everything Harper dreamed it would be. It's even got a few secret passageways, but her fresh start unravels when Prudence Sherman, the town's most notorious and merciless pie contest judge, is found dead at the start of the Apple Harvest Festival. Harper's drawn into the investigation, and she's helped with her quirky new friend Maggie and the handsome apple orchard owner Gabe. The deeper she digs, the more she uncovers a tangle of lies, a stolen golden-tipped quill, and whispers of history that someone is desperate to rewrite. So this is supposed to have a lot of small-town charm, a very autumnal setting and theme for this one, so if you're looking for an autumn read, check this one out. Speaking of autumn, this next one has such a cute cover. It's coming out on September 16th. It's by Gretchen, and this is the Witch's Brew mystery. I think it's book 3 or 4. I'll have it on the screen, and it's called Earl Grave Tea. And it does take place during Halloween. So our main character in this is Phoebe. She does have some magical powers. This is a supernatural cozy, and she runs like a tea shop in this. She's got a cat named Bob. And in this one, everyone is going crazy for Halloween and an Agatha Christie play that's going on. And then this woman named Naomi shows up. She's a big Hollywood star. And what's even more shocking to Phoebe is that she shows up with Phoebe's ex-husband in tow. Then Naomi is found dead, and one of Phoebe's friends ends up being the suspect. So she works to use her magic and her sleuthing skills to solve this caper. The cover for this is so cute. I love it. So this next one is coming out on September 9th. It's one I have on NetGalley and I really want to read it soon. It's called Hexes and Hush Money, a paranormal cozy mystery and cat cafe witch mystery, book 1 in the series by Hazel Caraway. So this one takes place in a cat cafe. I need to read it. It looks so fun. So our main character in this is Ivy. She is a witch and she loves her catnip cafe. She has a familiar named Hex, and this one involves a murder that's close to the building that she works in, and this disappearing money for the town's like renovations. And then all of these kind of weird clues start to pop up. She finds these coins like in her cafe, and her cat is actually kidnapped, or catnapped I should say, and she gets involved in this even though the sheriff is determined to have her stick to frothing milk. She's like, absolutely not, and gets involved in it. The cover for this is what caught my eye, and everything else about this sounds perfect for fall. For those of you that like a historical mystery, this one takes place during the Victorian era. It is coming out on September 25th, and it's called Shocking Deceptions, a Penrose and Pike mystery, book 9 in the series by Rose Pascoe. So it sounds like Pike is a private detective, and I believe Penrose is like his girlfriend, partner, wife, and they solve mysteries together. And in this one there's a rash of fascinating weird burglaries, and he gets involved in that. And then she actually picks up on this mystery about strange medical devices, which really intrigues me, especially considering that this is historical. So that one just sounds really interesting. I love the cover. It's so ominous. By Ruthie East, we have a very autumnal themed mystery. This is called Foul Play in the Foliage, a Calliope in cozy mystery. It's book 1 in the series, and this one is being released on September 24th. Our main character is Esther Bennett. She's finally landed her dream job managing the Calliope Inn, where visitors swap bustling Manhattan life for upstate foliage, crackling fireplaces, and freshly baked cookies. She's left behind her family's high-status world years ago to create a slower-paced life on her own terms, and it's mostly working. The inn is set to host this year's Makers and Merchants Festival, and Esther is juggling her first big event, pillow-obsessed guests, quirky townsfolk vendors, and forced weekly dinners with her doctor parents and golden child sister. The last thing she needs added to her plate, a murder. But when Esther stumbles on a body near the town square, she finds herself pulled into solving the mystery with help from her staff and moral support from the inn's resident cat, Sesame. She's determined to untangle the web of clues that will lead to the killer. I don't think I've read anything by this author, and this is a new series, but it looks darling. I adore the cover for this. So next, by Ellie Alexander, we have her re-releasing her Meg Read Investigate series. So I believe she's releasing books 3, 4, and 5 all this month. These were written previously under her other pen name, and she's kind of gotten them like revamped with new covers. So I'm gonna give a synopsis for the first one, and if you want, you can check out books 4 and 5, which are also coming out this month. Book 3 is called A Body at the Beach. It is being re-released under Ellie Alexander, and the main character is a reporter, and this is coming out on September 1st. And our main character, Meg, is like a travel reporter. She writes for some kind of magazine. She gets to do all these cool different things where she travels and basically reports on different like sporty events, it seems like, or different kind of travel opportunities. And in this one, she's watching a surfing competition, and she's also taking some surfing lessons herself, which isn't going great, and then she finds a windsurfer slumped over who appears to be dead, and that kind of kicks off the mystery for this. I would really like to check this series out. I've read other Ellie Alexander series and I love them, so I'm really excited that she's re-releasing this series. By Lynn Cahoon, we have a new release on September 9th. It's called A Medium Death, the Haunted Life Cozy Mystery Series, book 5 in the series. It does take place in summer in New Orleans. The main character is Eddie. I believe she's some kind of medium or has some kind of supernatural ability, and she was kind of finally settling it into her home in New Orleans until a shipment for Casey's treasures come, and there's some spirits, angry spirits, who are attached to the shipment. Then her neighbor appears on her door after the body of a local fortune teller was found nearby, and she gets involved in this case. I haven't heard anything about the series. Have you guys read it? It looks really interesting to me. I think the covers are cute. By Sarah Fox, we have a new release from the Magical Menagerie series. This is book 3 in the series, and it's called Tales from the Crypt, and it's coming out on September 2nd, and it does take place during Halloween. Twilight Cove is preparing for its annual Pumpkin Glow event, and Georgie is really excited because with her animal sanctuary, they're going to be putting on this Tale of Terror, I think like a fundraising event. But things don't go quite the way that they were planned. There's a new resident in town who is really unpleasant and who's trying to stop at nothing to just make everyone miserable and stop these events, and then of course they're found dead in the woods, prompting a mystery. And then Georgie's friend is actually accused of the murder, so she gets involved, and she will actually have to rely on her dogs, who seem to have some kind of magical ability, so I do think this is like lightly supernatural. Just a heads up on that, but this one looks really cute. It's a series I would definitely like to start. This next one I am so excited for because I thought this author had possibly stopped writing cozies, and I'm very excited. This next one is by Nancy J. Cohen, who I read the Bad Hair Day mystery series from. It was actually one of my first cozy series ever, and I love it, but there haven't been new releases in it for a bit. But she's writing a new cozy series, and I'm so excited. It's called Murder Pays a Call. It's coming out on September 9th. And this is a Carrie Armstrong cozy mystery, book 1 in the series. Our main character is a personal concierge, and she'll pretty much accept any job, but solving murders wasn't on her to-do list. So she swings by her favorite client's mansion to drop off groceries, and she expects to be able to, hang out with her, but unfortunately she finds Fiona dead in bed and her room ransacked. The police chalk it up to a botched robbery, but Carrie isn't so sure. Whispers around town suggest Fiona wasn't as adored as Carrie had believed. Many of her so-called friends in affluent Sunny Grove, Florida, seem glad she's done. Carrie refuses to let Fiona's memory be reduced to malicious gossip. Armed with a keen eye, insider access, and a fully charged tablet, she sets out to uncover the truth. Soon her file of suspects grows faster than her to-do list. Between sneaky neighbors, resentful relatives, and tight-lipped charity board members, Fiona left behind a tale of frenemies who'd happily skip her memorial brunch. And as Carrie digs deeper, she discovers her late mentor had a gift for extracting people's secrets and using them like fine china, carefully storing them until they could serve a purpose. But Fiona also kept a few skeletons in her own walk-in closet. Now with danger creeping closer, Carrie must race to crack the case before her number comes up next. I am so excited. I love her Bad Hair Day mystery series. It's really good, not just because it was one of my first, but I just really adore it. So I'm so excited she's writing another cozy series. By CeeCee James, we have Danger in the Desert, a cozy mystery on the open road, book 3 in the series. It's coming out on September 21st. This is described as a humorous summer read. Our main character is Clara, and her and her crew arrive in Breadloaf, which is their truck van that they are traveling in, and they're really excited to see this show, but there's a lot of rumors about a ghost haunting it, and they start to suspect that maybe someone's doing this on purpose, and she's wondering if someone is trying to steal Archie's spotlight with the eerie whispers, flickering lights, all of that, so she starts to investigate. This one just has such cute covers. I love the concept of a traveling group like this. By Lisa Siefert, we have a new one in the Frosted Misfortunes mystery. It's book 5 in the series. It's called The Witch Wears Prada, and this is a spooktacular Halloween in Clover Creek. I do believe this is a novella. It's listed currently as 78 pages, so unless that is updated, I believe it is a Halloween novella for the series. And this one actually takes place from our main character Ava's cousin's perspective. So she actually wakes up forgetting she's a witch and can read people's minds, and she's got to try to stop this mystery before Halloween happens. And she also forgot she has a talking cat, which I can only imagine would be a little distressing to wake up to. So this one looks like a really fun, quick read for this time of year. Coming out on September 30th by Lee Hollis, we have Death of a Tom Turkey, a Haley Powell food and cocktails mystery. It's book 18 in the series, and this is a Thanksgiving cozy taking place in Bar Harbor, Maine. Our main character in this is Haley Powell. She is a restaurateur and food writer, and unfortunately a turkey farmer named Tom is shot during like a competition, and it seemed like someone replaced the blanks with actual bullets. Now he's in the hospital recovering, and he claims that this was a personal attack and that a land developer wants him out of the way because he refuses to part with his land. Unfortunately, he does end up passing away, and Haley is on this case trying to figure out what exactly happened, all while getting ready for Thanksgiving. So no pressure there. Another really great seasonal cozy mystery to check out. Next, we have Murder at the Writers' Conference. This is a Write Club mystery. I believe it's book 1 in the series. It's by Motschall Corbier, and it's coming out on September 27th. Our main character in this is Misha, and she is traveling to a writers' conference. She's very excited. However, there's a lot of tension and just, you know, animosity between some writers, which she's not thrilled about. And a fellow author actually suspects that the award that's being handed out is corrupted, and then it sounds like they are found dead. And our main character is one of the suspects for this, and she's also trying to not only clear her own name but figure out what happened to the author. One of the people in her writing group is going to take this opportunity to write a true crime novel. It sounds like she's having some struggles with her own relationship and her best friend, and lots of kind of personal subplots as well. I haven't heard of this series, but it looks really fun. I think the cover is so cheerful. A Brew for Chaos by Esme Addison. I can't believe this series is continuing. I'm so excited. This is the Enchanted Bay mystery series. It's book 3 in the series, and it's coming out on September 2nd. So this does take place in autumn, and our main character Alexandra Daniels is settling into her new hometown of Bellamy Bay in North Carolina. She loves her job at her aunt's herbal apothecary and is enjoying getting to know her new boyfriend, local detective Jack Fraser. But she's still trying to figure out her newly discovered magical powers, which are inherited from a mermaid ancestor. The small coastal town is caught up in the excitement of the approaching Oktoberfest and craft beer competition. But Alex's good friend, local journalist Pepper, is more excited by the upcoming anniversary of a spooky cold case she's helping her boss, Jonah, investigate. Back in the 80s, a serial killer nicknamed the Fisherman abducted 10 local women. He was never caught, and the women never seen again. Alex isn't surprised when Pepper asks for her help, but she's done solving mysteries. She'd much rather be strolling down Main Street with Jack, sharing a hot cup of apple cider. But when Jonah's body is discovered on the beach, Alex is forced to reconsider. Soon she's caught up in a complex, troubling plot. I love that this connects to a cold case. That's a trope I love in mysteries, and I've read book 1 and 2 in the series, and they were really good. Just like a lovely touch of supernatural mermaid powers, which I think is more unique than a lot. I feel like a lot of supernatural cozies are focused on more like witchy abilities, so I love the focus on mermaids in this. And Bellamy Bay is such a great setting, and I love the rebranded cover for this. So cute. By Tonya Kappas, we have a new one in the Campers and Criminals Cozy Mystery Series. It's book 41 in the series, and this is coming out on September 17th. And this one has a really fun theme. Our main character is Mae West. She runs a campground, and she's helping put on this like haunts and hikes event. But this paranormal TV star is actually murdered during the event, and she gets involved trying to solve the case along with the help of the laundry club ladies, which I really love. So the series is really fun. There are tons of books in this series, and many of them are seasonal or holiday themed if you enjoy that sort of thing. By Lauren Elliott, we have a new Beyond the Page bookstore mystery series. It's book 11, and it's called Epilogue to a Christmas Murder, and it's coming out on September 30th. Our main character in this is Addie. She runs a bookstore. They specifically kind of focus in on like more like rare editions, and in this one she's really excited to be contributing to this 12 Days of Christmas charity event in town, and she's going to be giving for the charity event different rare copies of books, including the Gift of the Magi. When she arrives to deliver these books, one of Santa's helpers come up and swipes the book, and a body is found nearby, which gets her involved in this Christmassy cozy mystery. What an adorable cover. I love this. I really need to get into the series. Coming out on September 30th, we have a new one in the Farm to Table mystery series. It's book 5 in the series by Amanda Flower. It's called Natural Barn Killer, and this is a Thanksgiving cozy mystery. Our main character Shiloh is finally getting some answers about her grandmother's inheritance, and she's reclaimed Bellamy Farm. During the Thanksgiving holiday, Shiloh's mischievous pug, Huckleberry, love that, discovers something very creepy when he scares the chickens away. They find human remains buried, I think, on the farm, and this unfortunately threatens to tarnish her grandmother's good name, and Shiloh will not let that happen. So she starts to dive into this case and try to figure out what happened. The series looks so fun. I'm sold on this strictly by the name of Huckleberry for the pug. How adorable. By Leslie Meyer, we have a new series called A Matter of Pedigree. It's a Carol and Poopsie mystery, book 1 in the series, And this one is about two newly wealthy Rhode Island empty nesters. Our main character is Carol. She's always counted her blessings, but it's even more fun now that she and her husband Frank are finally making serious money thanks to Frank's newly patented bye-bye toilet. With the kids finally on their own, Carol and Frank are empty nesters, which will give her uninterrupted time to add to her impressive shoe collection and lavish care on Poopsie, her beloved, very spoiled dog. The cherry on top is a hefty bid on a luxury co-op in a prestige building. Unfortunately, the offer is refused by venture capitalist Hosea Brown. Hearing the claim that they won't fit into the wealthy, snooty community, Frank is outraged enough to roar something about killing that old Yankee on his way out the door. 3 months later, Carol is shocked by the news that Hosea has been bludgeoned to death. So, Poopsie and Carol set out to clear her husband Frank's name. I love the cover. I love the fact that the dog's name is Poopsie. I love this. Next, we have a new one in the No. 1 Ladies Detective Agency series. This is book 26 in the series, and this one is by Alexander McCall Smith. It's coming out on September 30th. So this one is a detective mystery series set in Africa. Our main character is helping to discover if this person's partner is having an affair, but she soon suspects that they weren't entirely honest about their intentions when hiring her. So she starts to worry about that, and there appears to be multiple different cases she's working on. She's working on also mastering her family's fruitcake recipe, which she's never quite gotten down. She's got pumpkins flourishing in the garden, kind of a hodgepodge of different mysteries it sounds like, and just a new one to add to the series list if you're a fan. Next we have a 1920s murder mystery. This is by Ruth Baker. It's called The Mystery of the Disappearing Diamonds, a Lady Mildred Ramsey murder mystery. Book 1 in the series, and it's coming out on September 30th. Mildred is excited to attend this opulent gala, but she doesn't expect grand larceny. When the lights go out, diamonds are missing afterwards, and a body is found, and she is one of the people there sharp enough to get into this mystery and really solve it, along with her very mischievous friend Bia. Last but not least, we have a supernatural cozy with a gorgeous cover. It's called Gumbo, Ghosts, and Deadly Deception, a midnight house mystery. Book 1 in the series by Erin McCarthy, and it's coming out on the 13th. This is described as a southern gothic cozy mystery. Our main character is Harper, and she takes over her eccentric aunt's haunted B&B, and unfortunately a celebrity psychic dies while there, and with the help of her true crime podcasting best friend, she ends up diving into this case. She also has a pet skunk named Teddy, so if you're looking for a unique animal sidekick, this is the one. I haven't heard anything about this, but it looks really fun. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new book content, including cozy mystery content, every week on my channel, and please let me know, what are your top 3 that you're most excited for in September? Did I miss any that you're excited for? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!